reading lesson. The title is A Just Emperor. Joseph II, Emperor of Austria, was a generous, warm-hearted man who took great delight in doing acts of kindness. One time, as he was passing through the streets of Vienna, dressed as a private man, his attention was attracted to a boy about 12 years old, who timidly drew near and seemed anxious to speak to him. So, who is the emperor? The emperor named Joseph II. He is the emperor of Austria. The writer described him as a generous, warm-hearted man. And the evidence of this, that he said, who took great delight in doing acts of kindness. He do acts of kindness. He is very kind. And one day, his attention was attracted to a boy of 12 years old, who timidly drew near and seemed anxious to speak to him. Timidly, yani, this means that he drew near the gentleman shyly. He approached him shyly. He wasn't brave enough and seemed anxious, worried on the way he should speak to him. "What do you wish, my little friend?" said the gentleman. His voice was so kind, and he had just a kindly look in his eyes, that the boy had courage to say. So when the boy heard the voice of the gentleman, he got courage to ask him, "Oh, sir, you are very good to speak to me so kindly. I believe you will not refuse to do something for me." So he got courage. "I should be sorry to refuse you," replied the gentleman. "But why are you begging? You appear to be something better than a beggar." So the gentleman here is feeling sorry for the boy, and he is asking for the reasons. Why is the boy begging? Let's find out. Uh-oh, just seconds, so you can follow with me. "I'm not a beggar, sir," replied the boy, as a tear trickled down his cheek, so he started crying. "My father was a brave officer in the army. Owing to illness, he was obliged to leave the service and was granted a pension by the emperor. With this pension he supported our family, but a few months ago he died, and we are left very poor indeed." So he is explaining to the gentleman why he is begging. So his father was an officer in the army. Because he became very sick, he was obliged. What's the meaning of obliged? He was forced to leave the service and was granted a pension by the emperor. The emperor used to send his salary to his family to pay money. Granted a pension, paid money. With this pension, he supported our family. They used to get things, food. But a few months ago he died, and we are left very poor indeed. Indeed. So when his father died, the emperor stopped the stopped giving them or paying them money. "Poor child," said the gentleman, "is your mother living?" So the emperor here is asking about his mother, if she is still alive. Sorry for this. Yes, sir, she is. And I have two brothers who are at home with her now. She has been unable to leave her bed for weeks, and one of us must watch beside her while the others go out to beg. Saying saying this, the poor boy tried very hard to keep the great tears from falling, but they would come in spite of all he could to do stop them. So his mother is sick, and he has two brothers who are at home with her, and he got out to beg and get some money. Well, well, my boy, said the gentleman, do not feel so unhappy. I shall see what can be done to help you. Is there a doctor to be found near you? So the gentleman is offering help here, and he doesn't want the boy to feel so unhappy. There are two, sir, only a little way from where we live. So there are doctors beside their house, and they are not far from their house. That is well. Now you go at once and have one of them to visit your mother. Here is money, not only for the doctor, but for other things to feed you and make you comfortable. So the emperor, or the gentleman, gave the boy money to get the doctor and to buy food. Oh, sir, said the boy, as he looked upon the gentleman in amaze. How can I thank you enough? This money will save my mother's life and keep my brothers from want. Yani, with this money, they won't need anything else. Never mind, my child. Go and get the doctor. The boy obeyed. The boy obeyed, and the good emperor, having learned where their home was, bent his steps in that direction and soon arrived there. So the boy obeyed, yani listened to the emperor's word, and he went to get doctor and buy what they needs, and he got the way home of the boy. And as he arrived there, the room in which he found the poor woman was very poor indeed. The room was almost empty from furniture. She was laying on a low bedstead, and though still young, so the woman, the mother, is young, her face was pale and thin from sickness and want. She, or her face, was like having a yellow color and very thin from sickness and want. She's not eating for days, maybe. Very little furniture of any kind was to be seen, for the mother had sold nearly all she had to obtain bread for her children. So the mother, before getting sick, she sold all the furniture to bring money and get food, get the bread for her children. When the emperor entered the room, the widow means the lady that her husband is dead, and the children looked at him in astonishment. In astonishment, they were surprised, in amazement. They did not know he was their emperor because, as we said in the first paragraph, he dressed like a gentleman. "I'm a doctor, madam," said he, bowing respectfully. "Your neighbors have informed me of your illness, and I'm come to offer what service may be in my power." So the gentleman said that he is the doctor, and he came to see her, to check her. "Ah, sir," she answered with some hesitation, "I have no means of paying you for your attention." Yani they got no money to pay. Telling the lady or the woman, "Don't bother yourself about paying me money. I shall be fully repaid if I restore you to health." The emperor inquired all about her illness, after which he wrote a few lines and placed them on a chair. So he asked about her illness, how she got sick, what reasons made her lay in bed, can't move. Okay, "I will leave you this prescription, madam, and on my next visit I hope to find you much better." He then withdrew. He left. Soon after, the eldest son of the widow came in with a real doctor. "Oh, mother," cried the boy, "a kind, good gentleman has given me all this." And he placed in his mother's hand the money which the emperor had given him. "There now, don't cry, mother. This money will pay the doctor and buy everything till you are well and strong again." So the 12 years old came back home with the real doctor and told his mother about the gentleman. "A doctor has arrived been here and has left this prescription. See, there it is." And she pointed to the paper on the chair. The boy took the paper, and no sooner had he glanced at its contents than he uttered a cry of joy. So after the boy read the paper, he felt happy. "Oh, mother, it's the best prescription a doctor ever wrote. It's an order for a pension, mother, a pension for you, signed by the emperor himself." So the emperor ordered for a pension, mother, to be paid again. The widow and her children were taken under the care of the emperor, and a splendid career was opened up for the boys, who were as brave as their father and as gentle as their mother. So they got splendid career, a good job was opened for the boys because they were brave as their father, as we mentioned in the previous paragraphs, and as gentle as their mother. So, guys, this is our reading lesson. Hope you have no questions. And if you do, please write them aside. And when you come to class, please ask them to me. Okay, guys, here are the vocabulary words: timidly, timidly, shyly, anxious, nervous and worried, obliged, forced, granted a pinch, paid money, astonishment, surprise, amazement, splendid, incredible, grand.